All right, go for Lauren Pollia and the top 3 reasons to have a will.
Most of us don't start thinking about end-of-life planning until we start having dinner at 3:30 in the afternoon. But it really is something that should be on your minds, and I'm going to give you the top 3 reasons why you should come in and have your will done, sooner rather than later. First reason is that you know you and what you want a lot better than the state of North Carolina does. If you don't have a will, you pass away intestate, and there are statutory defaults that are going to decide what happens to all the things that you owned in your life. These are pretty one-size-fits-all, and as you know from a lot of things you may have purchased that were one-size-fits-all, one size doesn't fit all. What you want to happen to your stuff is probably very different from what the state of North Carolina thinks you want to happen to your stuff. They don't have to make that decision for you. You can make that decision right now. Second reason is that your family is probably already crazy. I know that mine is. There's no reason to make them any crazier. When a person dies intestate, the statutory defaults will usually say that some relatives are going to inherit from you in certain percentages, and some won't. And that's completely up to, what's in the statute. In that instance, some of the relatives that haven't inherited anything, will understandably get upset. And if you have a particularly large estate, or an estate that has specific items in it that are, of sentimental value to some of the people in your family, this can cause problems. I'm willing to bet that your Thanksgiving is already pretty full of drama. You don't need to make it worse. The last reason that you need to have a will is that North Carolina's statutes don't allow for specific bequests. So your mom's heirloom necklace, a car that was given to you by your father, anything that's a specific thing that has a lot of meaning to you, North Carolina, in its statutory defaults, doesn't care. They're going to split your stuff up among percentages and give a certain amount of cash value from those things to certain people. So if you really wanted your daughter to get that necklace, or you really wanted your son to get that car, or if you really wanted to make sure that something else precious to you went to a distant cousin that lives far away but you're very close to emotionally, that's not going to be allowed for. A will, or other kind of testamentary instrument, is going to give you the power and control over what happens to the things that you received or earned in your lifetime, and you deserve to make that decision for yourself about where it's going to go after you pass away. Those are the 3 biggest reasons why you need to have a will, and we can do that for you here at the East Carolina Law Group.